Mom is in control. Another day, another podcast. Okay, ladies, are you sick of me yet? It is January 24th. I am so proud of myself for committing to a podcast a day. At first, I was terrified, and then once the momentum started and I followed through with my promise to myself and my promise to you, magic happened. This was a big aha moment for me. One, I'm an upholder, which means I won't let you down because I said to you, guys, this is what I'm committed to. So because I told you, therefore, I wouldn't do it. But if I didn't tell you or I didn't commit to the process, I may not have followed through. There's some magic that happens when we do things that scare the crap out of us. I haven't really been worried about not creating enough content because I could probably talk for days and days and days. My fear has always been creating the space for this to happen. But momentum is there, magic is unfolding, it's progress, not perfection. Today I wanted to tell you a story about ease and flow, and just observing my emotional reaction and maybe how I would have reacted previously. I had an incident happen the other day, which was kind of funny, and just seeing emotional intelligence and how this plays out in the real world. Now, before I dive into that, I have two announcements. One, if you are interested in mastery, head on over to mamisincontrol.com. When you click on it, it talks about the program and stuff like that. But when you click on the apply here, you will see the mastery Q&A that I did. It's a video. It's an hour long. So if you're serious about jumping into mastery, you might want to take some time to listen to that. We are accepting applications. The program is open. If you apply before January 31st at midnight Eastern Standard Time, you do qualify for a bonus, which is valued at $9.97 for the one-day mastermind that I'm doing in February 22nd. The value of the mastermind is $9.97, and those I'll keep doing those throughout the year, and the price for that is just going to keep going up as well. So I'm offering that as a bonus for individuals who join the mastery program and come in when your application is submitted before January 31st. Now, the second thing I have is keep an eye out because in the next few days I will be making the announcement that you can purchase tickets solely for the one-day mastermind. I'll be talking about what it is, things like that, and I will also be offering an early bird price for those that are quick action takers. So just FYI on that. It might be out by Friday, maybe. So February 22nd, mark your calendar, and then as soon as the tickets are open, it's going to be an intimate gathering. So once the tickets are open and sold, they're sold. So just keep a heads up on that. Now, the other day I was at a friend's house, and I really don't know what this podcast is going to be titled, but I want to talk about intuition, emotional intelligence, trusting your gut, creating a plan, and then having flexibility with it. So I was at her house, and the reason why I went is because I'm like, okay, I want to create intention, and what we focus our intention on grows. And relationships are really important to me, but it's really difficult to create space for everyone in our lives. But I haven't seen this friend in a while, and I wanted to connect with her. So last time we talked, we were going back and forth about our schedules, and I said, okay, like 3 weeks from now, I'm going to come over on this day at this time. So I look at my schedule, and of course, her name pops up, and I'm like, crap, I have this other appointment. Well, if I go from here and here, I can squeeze her in. Typically, that's not my go-to. I don't squeeze things in. I don't go back to back. I have space. I have time because that's the life that I want to be leading, right? I don't want to feel rushed. I don't want to go, 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 go. But I thought, okay, if this is just a few-hour period of one day, that's okay. But my gut was saying to me, Heather, no, this isn't going to work out. But I pushed through anyway. So I'm trying to show you here how your body will tell you things. This isn't, Heather, this isn't going to work. And I thought, just do it. You don't, you follow through. You're an upholder. You don't want to bail on people, right? Like you're loyal. You're whatever. And so I I followed through and I went to my one appointment, and then I jumped in my car and went to her house and went in. I was like, hey, I got 20 minutes. I just want to say hi, hug the kids, hug you, see how things are going. So I get there and then I'm like, shit, I got to go. Got my next appointment. Well, can't find my keys. And I was driving a different car because our car's in the shop getting fixed. So I didn't have my regular routine of where I put my keys and whatever. We're looking. I literally start to feel like I am a crazy person, okay? I felt like I was in the Truman Show, or someone was like playing this mind game with me, and I was in one of those escape rooms and I didn't understand how to like get out and solve this problem. I was like, okay, there's no way. I looked in the car. I'm like, I know I brought them in the house. I know I locked the car. Like, where'd it go? Did it fall in the snow? Like, what's going on? It was so weird. So weird. So what I did was I'm retracing my steps and I'm observing my thoughts and my stories. So now, bringing the awareness to our thoughts and our stories. And I could feel the frustration rising because I missed my other appointment. So I just text the person. I'm like, hey, not happening, whatever. So I kind of let it go. But then a part of me was like, this is setting me back. So we're looking. And I go from emotional roller coaster from like happy to angry to all of these emotions. And I'm watching my friend, her stories, right? She feels guilty. She can't help me. She can't find me. She can't solve my problem. I'm like, don't worry about it. So I text my husband. I'm like, listen, can't find the keys. You're going to have to go to the dealership and get the other set of keys and bring them back. So he's like, no problem. He figured it out. He went there. He's literally at the dealership, which is 30 minutes away from our house. And her daughter, who's 3 years old, says, I found the keys. They're in the toy box. What happened was her little sister, who's like 2 years old, went into my purse, didn't take anything else, but took the keys and was playing with them and put them in the toy box. And that was an idea that we had, but we were like, there's no evidence that this was happening. And of course, the child wouldn't respond. She was actually in bed when I was leaving, so she wasn't even awake to be like, where'd you put the keys? Where'd you put the keys? So I laughed, and I was like, oh, isn't this funny? I was an hour behind in my schedule, which means pretty much nothing because life is life and life is going to happen to you all the frickin' time. And my friend was like, I'm so sorry. She was incredibly embarrassed. I'm like, don't worry about it. Who cares? Don't worry about it. And what did this teach me? I could watch myself trying to control, right? I was watching my body trying to react of like, I'm going to be late. And then I text my husband. I'm like, don't worry about it. We found the keys. And he already went out of his way, inconvenienced him to go get the keys. And then he literally gets to the space, like to the dealership, and then like has to turn around. He's like, okay, I don't need the keys anymore. So, his stories come up, his stuff comes up, and no drama, no need for drama. It's like we can choose drama or we can laugh it off. So I went throughout my day, and my day kind of felt a little off, and it was like, this is what it is. Accepting and receiving pitfalls, accepting and receiving life, right? I had my human emotions. I was like, went from anger to sadness to like, what is this? To feeling out of control to, creating a plan and then being like, plan, but you got to be flexible with the plans. It's not always going to go as planned. And I got in my car, and instead of going, why did this happen to me? I, of course, reflecting on, what did this teach me? It taught me so much. I told myself I didn't have time for my friend today. I'm going to squeeze her in. And the universe, life, was like, you do have time. You have time. You're going to cancel your next appointment, which wasn't, a end of the world appointment. And typically I wouldn't just do that and say, oh, yep, I'm going to create more space and I'm just not going to show up to the next thing. But it really taught me, create space in your life, Heather. It reminded me, create space in your life for the things that you value. Create space in your life for the things that you value. We don't need to squeeze people in. we can gift people the whole afternoon of our time. Why? Because we can. This little child just took the keys from my purse and said, I'm going to be playful. I'm going to play. I don't know the intention. I'm not attached to the outcome. I don't know how important these keys are. I'm just going to pick them up and play with them. And when we get into that energy of play and excitement and ease, we're simply just present in the moment. And the more present we are in the moment, that's exactly what we desire in our lives. I hear this from women all the time. I just want ease. I just want contentment. I just want play. We need to uncomplicate things in order to get there. So although squeezing things in back to back to back to back is not my norm and feeling rushed from one thing to the other, that's not how I want to feel in my life, it was like, thank you. Thank you. So just know that life is always happening for you. It's not here to, beat you down. It's here to actually bring you up, but you got to look at it differently. You got to say, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? So that's what I have for you today, ladies. I look forward to reading your application. Get them in at mamasincontrol.com if you want to join us for the next round of mastery.